Hi everybody, it's Mary. Welcome back to my channel. Today is card number 2 with our February 2018 card kit from Simon Says Stamp. And today's 2 cards, I'm going to be focusing on the embossing folders that came with the kit. I love that they gave us embossing folders because I really do love that technique. And so I have actually run through a couple pieces of paper with this same embossing folder, which is the squares that came with the kit. And I didn't even ink up. You notice there's no ink pads here. I just grabbed my little blending tools that I had ink on them already just to cover it up a little bit, just to see how that. Look at this new Versamark ink pad. Stop it. It's only been about 6 years since I've had one. So I had to crack it open. Brand spanking new. Let's see how long that'll last. Looking all pretty. I then went to my Judikin Sparkle Iridescent Powder. And I am going to give this a very feminine, sparkly, beautiful background. I'm going to heat set that with my Wagner heat tool, making sure to get that nice and warmed up before I take it to the paper, because this is Nina 80 pound. And then I'm using a Swiffer cloth to kind of wipe up all that extra powder. All right, so I'm taking my Lawn Fawn Hillside Border die, and I'm going to cut this in half because I'm going to separate it out, leaving a little strip in the center. You'll see what I'm doing. I did use the tacky glue that came with the kit, so my take on it is that it's really hard to squeeze out of the bottle. If I'm comparing that to like my Tombow Mono, it's, I don't know, my hand started to hurt after a little bit. Maybe I'm just weak, I don't know. But that's just my take on it. How it works great. And in fact, I wanted to try this out. See what I'm doing here? Covering it with glue and just throwing that sequins all over, or those gems, because I wanted to see, would it turn clear when it dries? And the answer is yes, it does. But it sure gave me the scare for a while because this is like super white, as you see when I show it up close. So I'm just going to shake off some of those excess jewels, and I am going to put them away. All right, so you see all that white? I don't know what I was doing there. I don't know. That's just where my creative mind went. So it's a little out of the box, but I like it. I thought it turned out really feminine. Okay, next up, I'm going to make this a thank you card. So I'm going to stamp out thanks in Versamark ink on the gray cardstock that came with the kit. And then I am going to use some white embossing powder to heat set that. So once I get that heat set, I'm actually going to pull out a tag die that I had. No idea where I got it. It was in my bag o' dies. And so I cut that out so that I can have a little bit of fun accent to the card. I popped it up with some 3M foam mounting tape, and there's the finished card. Okay, so let's get into a little bit more of a masculine card here. Love Nicole sells this monochromatic paper at AC Moore. I picked that up. It's got an entire pack of black and white, different shapes and whatnots. So I added that to my card, and then I'm going to use a Lawn Fawn stitched rectangle die to cut that down. Once I get that set, I'm going to take to my black cardstock, and I'm the stamp set, or the stamp that came in the kit that says sending you a handcrafted hello. I'm going to do that with some Wow fine white embossing powder. So I'm really digging this white embossing powder, this fine stuff. It really is super fine though, so it gets kind of everywhere. It's kind of like the sand down here in the Emerald Coast around Fort Walton Beach. The sand is so fine, it gets everywhere. So it just reminded me of that. Okay, so I'm going to take to my Fiskars trimmer. Sometimes you need, I feel I need a trimmer that's a blade trimmer, but I don't use it a lot because the blades kaput on us quite frequently. So I just use it for certain things. Popping that up on some, with some, blah, blah, blah. With some 3M foam mounting tape. Get it together, Mary. And that's pretty much going to do the card. I'm going to finish it off using some of that tacky glue, and then I'm going to put it on one of the yellow pieces of cardstock that came in the kit because I thought that was just super bright. And I don't know, Easter's coming, so I guess I could use that yellow for something else. But so that's how I finished off that card. And that will do it for both of the cards. I hope you like video number 2. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to hit subscribe so that you don't miss the rest of the series. And I will list everything I used below. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous February. I just went for the whole month. See, I didn't stick to a day. Have a great month. We'll see you back in the next video. Bye-bye.